Hi there, here I am back with yet more herbs, and I'd like to introduce you to them. Mint. Now, people will say to you, oh, mint is a monster, it'll take over your garden. Hate to say this, but they're actually right. Mint will take over your garden if you let it, but you must contain it. So you either have mint kept in pots and containers, or if you want to plant it in a bed, plant the whole pot into the ground, and that way mint can't sneak off. Because believe me, once those roots get into the ground, they will sneak off and pop up everywhere, and you will have mint coming up in all sorts of places that you didn't expect. And if you have different types of mints, they'll soon all blend in and they'll make a takeover bit of the entire garden. So always contain your mint. Having said that, mint obviously is very easy to grow since it spreads so prolifically. And it will grow in the shade and in the sunshine, so you don't worry where you put the stuff. You get a huge variety of mints. You have your standard peppermint, there's spearmint, which everyone knows from chewing gum, and there are more unusual varieties too. There's chocolate mint, which is wonderful, putting that into a hot cup of coffee. There's lavender mint, there's o'Donnell mint, there's apple mint, which has got the most amazing aroma and taste. There's pineapple mint. You know, they seem to bring out a new type of mint every year. There's so much of the stuff. And the name mint in the Victorian language of flowers means warmth. And you can see why, because of the peppery hot taste of mint. You can see why it gets its name, warmth. And mint can be used for other things apart from putting in with lamb, which is what everyone thinks about it for. You can use it in salads with fruit. Mint is lovely in a fruit salad. It's wonderful with cucumbers. It really makes cucumbers come to life. It gives them absolutely a pungent taste. It's wonderful stuff. And another great use for it is that mice absolutely hate it. So if you think you might have mice in the attic and things, put some mint up there, leave it to dry out, and it will keep mice away. Moving on here, we have sage. Now, sage is a lovely plant. Sage is velvety and soft, and it looks silvery. It's just, I think it's a wonderful plant, and it's an evergreen. It just goes on forever. It's beautiful. And sage comes from the Latin word salvia, meaning to heal, and it really makes a great gargle if you have a sore throat. It's very healing that way. Now, sage has a lot of uses in cooking. People tend to think of sage as in sage and onion stuffing, but if you use sage when you're cooking things like goose or pork or sausages, things that are fatty, sage really helps to cut the fat, so it's very useful that way. And in the Victorian language of flowers, sage means wisdom. Think about it, an old sage. There you go. Now, thyme. Thyme is of the essence. Of course it is. Thyme has been used since the beginning of time. In fact, Roman soldiers used to bathe in thyme because it was supposed to give them courage. In fact, that's what its name is in the Victorian language of flowers. Thyme is for courage. And thyme comes in a wide variety of different types. There's everything from the broadleaf, which is the big chunky stuff, silver, there's lemon thyme, there's your commoner garden thyme. Thyme is everywhere. There's so many different types of thyme. And it's really good when you cook it with mushrooms. It's one of those things that just brings out the flavour of mushrooms. It's very good that way. And it's an antiseptic. And also, because it doesn't have a flowery type scent, it's great if you're making bathing products that you want to use for men. It doesn't have that typical herby, flowery smell, so men like it too. And then moving on here is one of my absolute favourites, and this is rosemary. Now, rosemary is often called the Christmas herb, because it's said that when the Holy Family were fleeing Egypt, Mary threw her blue cape over rosemary bushes, and ever since then, rosemary flowers with blue flowers, sometimes even twice a year. And rosemary is an antiseptic, a natural antiseptic, which is very, very good for healing, and also it's great for cooking. Everybody thinks of using rosemary when they're cooking lamb and things like that, but I'll tell you what it's wonderful for. It makes tomatoes sing. It really does. If you mix up some rosemary oil and drizzle that over tomatoes, it's absolutely wonderful for bringing out the flavour of them. Rosemary oil is great if you've got a headache. If you rub it into the temples, it will soothe the headache. So there you have it. I've got these herbs here, 4 different herbs, different uses with all of them. different sizes and shapes. Think of mint, it's prolific, it grows everywhere, grows like a weed as they say, and it can grow pretty tall. It could grow up to about 2.5 feet, almost a metre tall sometimes. Sage is pretty small, it's low growing and it spreads, which is lovely. You can get a really good bunch of sage growing in your garden. And thyme, well, thyme you can have in little clumps between paving slabs. Thyme is lovely in little pots and different colours of it. And rosemary, well, rosemary, I love rosemary in pots, but you can grow rosemary in great big bushes in the garden if you have space for it. So there it is, some more of my lovely herbs for you. I hope you'll grow some, and I hope you'll enjoy your herbs as much as I do. Thank you.